The Canon M6 Mark II is currently one of the top range M series cameras from Canon, released over 2 years ago. Is it still something worth considering in 2021? Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Kai and today we're looking at the Canon M6 Mark II, which recently celebrated its 2-year release anniversary, and today we're going to break down 10 reasons why you should consider getting this little camera and a few reasons why you might not. So the first thing that will interest a lot of people about the M6 Mark II is its compact size. Being mirrorless, you have a much reduced body size when compared to older DSLR cameras, and being a crop frame camera, it's also smaller and lighter than the full frame Canon R series. This makes it a perfect companion for vloggers, photographers, and travel filmmakers. Continuing the theme of vlogging, our second point is the flip out screen. This camera has an amazing tilt out screen, which is very reminiscent of the G7X Mark II, which I absolutely loved. This makes this camera perfect for on-the-go vlogging, where you quickly want to say something to camera or capture a moment. Using the tilt-out screen really does help you check that tracking is happening and that your face is in focus. This brings us on to the third point, which is the very reliable face and eye tracking. Now, for someone like me who started filming YouTube videos back in the day with the Canon 6D and the 5D Mark III, I still worry about out of focus or soft focus on my face and eyes in my videos because I remember the pain of having to do multiple retakes. Nowadays, this is something that we don't even have to concern ourselves with due to Canon's dual pixel autofocus and the eye tracking, ensuring that we get great focus on our face every time. Again, this is a perfect point for those of you looking to film vlogs, how-to videos, interviews, or anything really where you're going to show somebody's face. Now, a huge selling point of the M6 Mark II has to be the 4K video option with no crop. And this is massive since a lot of Canon's prosumer cameras that filmed in 4K had a crop. And that means essentially that the picture is more zoomed in when you try to film in 4K. That's true of the Canon M50, the SL3 250D, and some of the full frame cameras like the 5D Mark IV and the EOS R. They all have a crop in 4K filming mode, but not the M6 Mark II. You can enjoy the full focal length of your lens, minus the APS-C sensor crop, when shooting in 4K. And also another massive bonus here is that the dual pixel autofocus, the DPAF, also works in 4K, which again wasn't the case on the M50, the SL3 250D. So this is definitely a great option for those of you who are already using those cameras and are looking to up the quality of your content to 4K video. Vlogging on the M6 Mark II, and I'm using the Viltrox speed booster with the 16-35 and my magnetic VND, as you can see, shooting at f-stop 2 in 4K with no crop. Absolutely amazing. Another incredible thing about this little camera is the option to film 120 frames per second at 1080, making it a dream B-roll camera. Getting that super slow-mo, clean footage is something that every travel filmmaker seems to advertise these days, and it really does help to add more back into your cinematic pieces or just general vlog videos. Although the caveat here is that you do lose the DPAF focusing system, and so you need to go manual to keep things focused. But still an amazing option to have on a little camera like this. And this is a great place to mention that if you haven't done so already, don't forget to add yourself to the Kai Creative Facebook and Instagram feeds, where you can stay up to date with all of our photography sessions, video productions, short films, camera reviews, and other creative happenings. Our sixth point is the sensor size. The M6 Mark II has a massive 32.5 megapixel CMOS sensor, currently the largest of the M series, allowing you to get some great pictures for YouTube thumbnails and social media. And it's also evident that Canon is targeting photographers with this camera, as it has an EVF attachment that it sells separately, which is currently about $200, allowing you to shoot through an eyepiece and not just the LCD screen. You also have a super quick continuous shooting rate of 14 frames per second. So you won't miss any of the action, and also you get the ability to shoot your pictures in RAW and the C-RAW options for better post-production editing. Our next point is the great lens lineup, especially from third parties such as Viltrox and Pergear, And I've used the Viltrox Silver series with my M50. I've tried them out with the M6 Mark II and they really do produce some amazing images. And also don't forget about the Viltrox Speed Booster / adapter for EF lenses, which opens this camera up to legacy EF glass. It reins in the crop factor a little and it adds an extra stop of light to your aperture. So there are certainly a lot of hardware options out there currently for the M6 Mark II. Our next reason, which might not be so obvious, is that the M6 Mark II is also an amazing web camera. Using the free web utility that Canon supply and a USB-C cable, you can quickly upgrade your Zoom, Team and Skype calls to crystal clear quality, making you the most popular person in the Zoom room. Disclaimer, it may not make you the most popular person in the Zoom room. Next up is the easy phone connection via the Canon Connect app. Through either your Wi-Fi or Bluetooth connection, you can easily get your images and videos transferred across to your mobile device for things like editing or social media. Our 10th reason is the USB-C on-the-go charging option. Now, the battery life on the M6 Mark II isn't great, but being able to charge up directly from a USB power bank makes it super easy to keep on going when your battery is about to die. So those are 10 reasons why you should consider getting an M6 Mark II, but it's far from perfect. We've already mentioned that the battery life is not great, marked at around 305 shots per battery. That's only marginally better than the original Canon M50. Also, there are no log filming options, so you have to use the picture styles that Canon provides. Also, you have difficulty using a mount on this if you want to use the flip out tilt screen. The low light capabilities in a crop aren't always that good. You do get a lot of grain. You can get a lot of grain over 1600 ISO. And also, there are rumors that Canon may no longer be creating or supporting the M series after this year, which means the production of lenses, other peripherals, and software updates may soon be a thing of the past. Another thing to consider is the cost. On the Canon US store, you can pick up a unit with the kit lens and the EVF for $1,099, and on the UK store, the same combination is selling for £1,149. So who should consider getting a Canon M6 Mark II? Well, definitely someone looking to upgrade their vlogging or travel camera output to 4K. Also someone who wants the compactness of a mirrorless body with the power of uncropped 4K, and also that 120 frames per second in 1080 for B-roll. Also, if you want to up your social media content with those 32.5 megapixel photos and have a variety of semi-affordable third-party lenses, again, the M6 Mark II is a good option. So what do you guys think? Does the Canon M6 Mark II tick the right boxes for you? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. As always, if you found today's video useful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and hit that little bell for notifications. So that's it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. All that I've got left to say is stay creative, stay safe, imagine, implement, and inspire. And I will see you next time on Kai Creative.